What is up, y'all? What's going on, everybody? Hey, it's your boy Tchska, and this is Bragging Bitches with a Josh and a Soul. First question, Soul, did you watch the game?
Yes.
Okay, all right. It's a good start. Good start, then. Yeah. I mean, that was pretty good. I liked it, but yeah. Josh, Soul, what did you all think of the game?
Go ahead, Sol.
The end was exciting. The first half was shit. The third quarter, a little less shit, but still kind of ass. Fourth quarter was exciting. Overtime was exciting.
I mean, this is just how they wrote the script, right? So you start off the first half, and the Chiefs get down by 10, which is happens all the time, and then the second
Every
half
Super Bowl,
they
baby.
just miraculously figure out how. But no, Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT. It's just inevitable. Like that's what he is. He is inevitable. He's Agent Smith in this whole thing. If anyone knows about the Matrix,
Yeah, or Thanos.
yes, or well. More Agent Smith. Okay, Agent Smith came before Thanos. I don't care what the comics says as far as cinema wise. Agent Smith came before, and Patrick Mahomes is inevitable. And as much as he wanted to force, they could have won it in regulation if he didn't try to force feed it and make the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce thing happen. Because Rashid Rice was wide open in the middle.
Yep.
We all saw that. So yes, that Patrick Mahomes is human. He will force feed it to his buddy, but his buddy's really good at football too. But if you're a Swiftie watching this game, how could you not love the game of football after in this game? I know the Chiefs won it back to back. As a football fan, you're like you don't want it, but as also a football fan, I loved it. It was exactly the type of football you wanted. Yes, the first half was kind of, but no one wins the game in the first half. Unfortunately, these days. Ask the Detroit Lions these days. I said it. These days. Ask the Detroit Lions in the NFC Championship. They were up 24-7. Guess what? They lost. So
yeah, well, today, mate.
Right. But
here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Defense wins championships and Super Bowls. All right. If you're new to the league and you're new to football or just sports in general, sorry to break it to you, but we're not going to really see 55-60 in the Super Bowl. I mean, there may be some random offshoot if the Rams and Chiefs play again or something. But yeah, no, you're getting two superb defenses doing exactly what we thought they were going to do. I'm going to have to push back. So the first half was not like lights out exciting, but it was chess. And that's what exactly defense battles are. You had fumbles from both running backs. The Chiefs had 4 fumbles total and actually recovered 2 of them. So, but yeah, kind of do an overall recap. Total yards, man, I looked at it like at the third quarter and neither team had over 250 yards total offense. So not a whole lot of movement in that, but it was because they were, getting close to the end zone and fumbling, or they just weren't really capitalizing. But at the end of the day, 49ers had 382 total yards. Chiefs had 455 because they poured it on at the end. 272 passing from the 49ers and 110 rushing. To the Chiefs, 325 passing with 130 rushing. So the Chiefs, at the end of the day, just capitalized on a little bit more later on. But I mean, people may look at it and try to bitch about penalties. Ladies and gentlemen, this was a clean game.
This was
12 total penalties.
It was called the same way on both sides to me. Yep. This was the most clean. Yes, there was a lot of like holding penalties that were kept on the field.
Yep.
But it was the same on both ways. It was same on both ways. So if anybody's there, if anyone bitched about the refs for one game, this was not the game to pick.
Yeah. Yeah, you had about 5 penalties in the first half. You only had 1 in the second half, and then you had a couple in overtime. I think I totally had 12, 6 on each side. I think 45 yards for total penalties for the Niners and 55 yards for the Chiefs. And honestly, I think the Chiefs on some of the penalties. You had, a unnecessary, wasn't really looking for. Anyways, you had something on Snead that, they got a little chippy. He threw a punch.
Mm-hmm.
The guy was pulling all over him after the whistle. But it's just, hey, the second person to throw something.
Yeah, it's who you see last is the one that gets penalized.
Exactly.
That just happens all the time.
Jeremy Miller saying the game is so much more entertaining on the
Nickelodeon. I went back and watched it. I was like, yeah, Nickelodeon was on one with
better commentators, I think, for sure.
Yeah, especially with literally the voices of SpongeBob and Patrick, and then they were just like. They just really and when Plankton being there, just like it was just. I mean, for millennials, this was like our Super Bowl because we had SpongeBob and Usher and Ludacris, like all the other stuff. So it was good there. But go back to what the Chiefs were doing defensively. Yep. They held Christian McCaffrey to like his lowest yardage in quite some time, much less his and they kept saying, like, going into the game, oh, the Ravens should have run the ball. Ravens should have run the ball. They got him out of the game. Oh, so now the San Francisco is going to run the ball. It's going to be good. They still couldn't run the ball. So maybe the Ravens were trying to do something that they really shouldn't have, but that's just how good the Chiefs defense is. And it all goes back to how good the GM is for the Chiefs because, like, hey, we'll just trade away Tyreek Hill because we have Patrick Mahomes. We still have Travis Kelce. So we can just load up on defense. And you know what's more dangerous than Patrick Mahomes? Patrick Mahomes with a defense, which we said before, in not just our bracket bitches, but also our fancy fucking around. So shout out to that show. But someone to my left, which I can't point right because it's a mirror thing.
Other way. Just point both directions. You get it right.
Yeah, just do that.
Yeah.
Has said before, he's like, we have a defense this year. And I was like, yeah, you do. And so that's why Patrick Mahomes is inevitable because he's going to make the plays as long as you give him the ball, which the defense did. And shout out to Spags, who, dude, he's one of the best defensive coordinators. He's not a good head coach. Trust me, we've all seen that. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're a good coordinator and not a good head coach, which is fine. You can still win a Super Bowl just being good at what you do and not being the whole head honcho, which shout out to Andy Reid on that. But
but Spags is so impeccable about getting the opposition to be uncharacteristic. He does such a great way of just scheming against you to where you're going to do something that you're not normally known for, and that's out of your character to try and overcome. And that's exactly what they did. And he barely blitzed most of the game. And the few times he did, it was
what he called
right on the money.
Maybe overtime.
It was 3rd and 4.
Right.
And he set the fucking farm. And they stopped that. And that's what really kind of turned that tide there in the 4th quarter. But
nothing against Steve Wilkes for the 49ers. Like both I thought both D coordinators called a great game.
Yeah, they really did.
One has Brock Purdy, one has Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
that's pretty much the tale of the tape.
A little bit of difference.
And one has Andy Reid.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, what was your favorite part? Obviously, the first half was not something of yours. Did the halftime live up to your expectations? But then also, football-wise, what was your favorite part of the game?
Yeah, I loved the halftime show, and I
get caught up. Got up.
Yep. Yeah. That was one of the things that I was like, okay, I'm really, really looking forward to the halftime show. But I was getting into the game. But at the beginning too, I was going, okay, this is a very defensive game. So, and as someone who's not like a large football fan, goes, that's not the part that's gonna make me go, oh, exciting. Where like in other sports that I really
low scoring sports that you love.
Yes, I know. I'm not even like baseball and soccer goes defense wins championships. Basketball defense wins championships. And so with those, I'm like, because I just know the game more and I follow those games more. I'm like, okay, yeah, defense. But this, I'm just like, I just want to see some touchdowns. I
Right.
want to see like this friggin' like Hail Marys, like do some cool shit. But at the same time, it was one of those just like, it was just a game of inches. And I was like, I need to see some more. And we got that later on. So that was more fun. By the end of the game, it was more exciting.
In most Super Bowls,
Definitely.
you either have a blowout or you have this type of game, which actually the most boring game really is the Rams and the Patriots, which was like 13-6 or something like that. It was just bad.
Yeah,
And
13-3.
it was turning
16
into
points
that
total.
a little. If you guys didn't get the field goal right before halftime,
Mhm.
it was turning into like, okay, scoreless. Are they going to be the first team to ever go scoreless in the half and then win
I
the
was hoping
Super
for it.
Bowl?
'Cause whenever they said that, I was like, oh, cool. Add that to the record book.
Well, I mean, the last team to not score a touchdown was the Kansas City Chiefs against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, that's true. Right.
With Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
But guess
But
what?
no team has been shut out in the first half and won.
No.
Super Bowl. No.
But yeah, it typically for a modern fan, for the Swifties, yes, I'll lump all them in because that's the reason that a lot of the other
And there's
people,
modern
the
fans
Swifties
who
and
are
the
not Swifties.
I'm aware.
Yeah, you've got the
Okay.
Swifties and then you got the conspiracies.
Right.
Because there's a lot of people that are out there running their fucking mouths and literally have the tags, I do not watch sports. And then they're talking shit on things as if they know any fucking thing at all. But they're just trolling to troll. And so
Where do I fall then? Because I'm not a Swiftie or in the
right, but you're
conspiracy
not out there running your mouth and like, oh
Right,
my
true.
god, this is rigged. Oh, it's scripted. Oh, bullshit. Like you're not out there running your mouth. Like
You're along for the ride 'cause you're
genuinely
invested.
like, I don't know, but I want to find ways to
Right.
like things.
Yeah.
Right. You're giving it a try. You're the one that tunes into Super Bowls every year. That's like, I like the commercials and the halftime show, maybe.
Although the
therefore-
commercials have kind of not been as great year after year. There was only 3 good ones. We talked about this beforehand. So one of my favorite parts of the night was the Messi commercial.
Oh, yeah.
With
Really?
I thought of you when I saw that too. But-
Yeah,
You
and-
like the Messi commercial?
and
Weird.
not just Messi, Dan Marino.
Mm.
You got
It was good to see Dan finally at a Super Bowl.
Really? That hurt.
Too soon?
That hurt
Too
me.
soon?
That hurt me.
Lace is out.
That just reminded me of him and Little Nicky, where he was like trying to like make a deal with the devil. If anyone remembers that, where he was like, he goes, Dan, you're too good. I can't do that to you.
Yeah.
It's like your
Come
soul's
on.
too good. But yeah,
Brennan says hello there. Hi,
Hello
Brennan. Jeremy, I wish Wilkes got the Panthers job instead of the DC for the Niners.
Mm.
yeah, maybe.
And then he goes, Usher, Ludacris, Lil Jon, and Alicia Keys all killed it. Yes, they did. And Chris said Ludacris was the real MVP.
Although I will say, look up Ben Stiller from at Globo Gym, and then look up Ludacris's outfit. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah, my mom was like, what are they wearing?
Right. But no, I just now realized, like, millennials, we're the old people now. Like, I just from the Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, stuff like that, to Usher, it's like, we're the old people now. I mean, it just is what it is. But dude, Usher, I thought for what I wish he would have played out more of his songs, but he has such a good big catalog. He was trying to fit so much into it.
Yeah.
So
that's
and he
how
didn't
I
put
felt.
any of his newer songs
rushed.
either, which I kind of was happy with that. I was like, yes, play the hits that we all love. Brennan over here, I'm not a sports guy, but I'm loyal to my local teams and my Niners lost, so I'm a bit bummed, but that was quite a game and the Chiefs did well, so bravo to them.
Thank you. It saw you bummed out, but yeah. No, and the Niners. I mean, they're such a good team. Is this the second year or third year that they've been in the NFC Championship? They didn't play the Rams 3 years ago.
No, this is the second
Second in a row.
It's literally
they
the
play the
second time in
Eagles.
4 years.
Yeah.
So it's literally against the Chiefs both times.
Well, no, that last year they didn't. They got to the NFC Championship, but Purdy was injured and they lost to the Eagles. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you guys will be back in the NFC Championship if depending on off-season contract negotiations and how that works out. But I think with Purdy being locked in with that rookie contract where they can't actually even touch anything as far as adjusting his pay to increase it, even though he's worth it, you guys may still be able to get Chase Young back and some of the big hitters that you've had there.
Chase Young finally showed up in this game. Like, that was the first time I've seen Chase Young actually show up.
I mean, he kind of looked like a bust kind of through a good part of the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, he was terrible.
What were they saying, that it was like 28 years since they've won the Super Bowl or something like that?
Yeah, since 95? No.
90 it's after the Cowboys. It's before the Cowboys.
96 then.
So it's 94 and then Cowboys won in 95.
Okay.
Or not, no, they won in 93. Cowboys won in 94. So it's 93.
Okay.
Because
in my lifetime, they have not won.
No.
Oh my God! Right?
No, they have not won. Because
I was born in 94.
Because the Cowboys won in 92, 93. The Niners won in 94. Cowboys won in 95.
So I was alive.
And then the Packers won in 96. So
they won in 94. So I was a few days old then, I guess, when they won, if they played in February.
You can fact check me because I just did that by memory. So
yeah, I like it. We'll go with it. We'll go with it.
Yeah. Based on this Cowboy thing behind me. So I know I'm basing it way on Cowboy history.
I mean, we don't want to talk about how long it's been since the Dolphins.
Right. Well, let's keep talking about let's jump back. Let's keep talking about the halftime show. Because I have to give a big shout out to Aaron Spears, one of my favorite drummers. He was Usher's drummer, and he passed away last October. Unfortunately, just kind of heart complications and such. But I wish they spotlighted it a little bit more because there was 2 drum sets, if you saw that. And so you can't see my mouse, but his kit is the gold kit there. And they had they had a female drummer who fucking killed it on the Super Bowl one. But yeah, that gold kit there at the top, that was in honor of Aaron, and that was his kit. And nobody sat there. And so yeah, like I was talking about Usher and I was talking about Aaron Spears to the people I was with. I was over at my parents' place. My dad's birthday. Shout out, Pops. Happy late birthday.
Happy birthday.
It was Friday.
Birthday.
Yeah, 66 and not acting his age, which is good.
I was like, in a good way or bad way?
In a very good way. Still active, still very fresh, and annoying. I mean, to me, when you're not annoying and you're not doing dad jokes, then you're not living. That's when it goes downhill. But
that's where Tshka gets all his dad jokes from.
Oh my God, yeah. But no, shout out to Aaron Spears and his family, and Usher, dude. That was such a classy fucking move. I wish they spotlighted it a little bit more as far as the broadcast. I also wish they would have given that like 10 more minutes, man. Like, because it was like as soon as I'm enjoying something, they're switching, and I get it. Yeah. He's got a deep roster.
Yeah,
and that's why Prince's was just so good because everything let it breathe.
Yeah.
Whereas nowadays it's just like, oh, we have this big time superstar who has this vast catalog, and so we have to go through everything. And just when he said 7 o'clock on the dot, I'm like, oh, we're going. Yes. No, that's it. That's all I had. And I'm like, come on, let it breathe, dude.
Yeah, we had 30-second clips of each thing.
Yeah, like, let it burn, like, and just like, and then, and then this is my confessions. Like, yes, understand it, but we got to get to like, I knew where the end game was.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. Jermaine Dupri looking like a 4th grader was weird.
Was that Jermaine Dupri with the helmet?
Yeah.
No.
The other guy was CeeLo.
Was that CeeLo
Green? I thought that was Jermaine.
No, Jermaine Dupri was the guy with the sunglasses that had like the weird shoes going that looked like a 4th grader. When he was just like saying something when Usher was still coming to the stage off of it. But that was, imagine if the hey Justin, but imagine if the performance went longer in the game when it's double OT. Yeah. I mean,
oh dude, I I was all for OOT.
Yeah.
I wanted to see how this shit worked.
I don't know how the clock worked. How did the clock work?
The clock is bullshit. And here's why. Because if ultimately it doesn't matter, then why do we fucking keep track?
Why?
Yeah.
It's like college.
Do it like soccer. Keep a record of how long it's gone. But at the same time, like, what was going to happen? Would they flip the field?
Yes. So
That's dumb.
we
so
finally
fucking
figured it
dumb.
out. I finally, literally to this day, till like about 5 hours ago, I listened to enough shows where they talked about the clock and why the clock meant something is because they had to give the team a break. So it would have been like if the Chiefs would have let the clock run out when they were at 5 or whatever before McCall Hartman, like
before they scored with 3 seconds left and
right. So that would have just flipped the field. So it would have been like the second half.
Or second quarter, as
second
Romo
quarter.
said,
So they would have done another 15 minutes. And then at the end of that 15 minutes, they would have done another coin flip. So if it was still tied at the end of that 15. And so
okay. Thank you. So if they tied, they would do another coin flip. Okay, because that's where I thought the strategy to kind of pull it back a bit. So for everybody at home, 2 years ago, they changed the overtime rules for the Super Bowl and the playoffs in general.
Josh Allen rule.
It's Josh Allen, but really it's Pat Mahomes. Because whenever we lost to the Patriots, that was the issue. Was Mahomes didn't get the ball back. We just ran out of time, and we didn't lose. We just ran out of time basically in overtime. But then it happened with Allen as well, and everybody wanted it. I mean, everybody wanted to see those games continue because you want to see the best go at it, and you want to see a finality of resolution that's fair, or as fair as it can be. But yeah, it's definitely Allen was the kind of linchpin at the end of it. So they changed it 2 years ago. This is the first time we've got to see it. So it's not a brand new rule. It's 2 years old, but this is the first time we've actually had an overtime opportunity in the playoffs. And so what it is each team gets an opportunity, which is great to get it, because a lot of times it's whoever wins the coin flip and scores first. If you got two great offenses, they're just going to score. So this one, both teams get the opportunity. Where I was confused was I was thinking that it would go back to the Niners if they tied. And that's where I thought that actually they, not doing the deferment was actually could have been a good call, because if you tie, then the 49ers would have got the first opportunity. So you're saying the rules, they do a second coin flip?
If it's still tied at the end of 2 15-minute quarters. So it becomes another coin flip.
Okay. So hear me out. So say they tie, right? Chiefs, either score a field goal or Niners score a touchdown. You end the first regulation, you flip the field. The Niners would have gotten it right back.
No. So both teams get the ball, no matter what the first team does. This is why people are giving shit to. Yes, exactly. That's why people are giving shit to San Francisco for taking the ball first, is because if you even score a touchdown, the other team gets the ball. So they can still score a touchdown, tie you up, which is where I think, and that's when it came out today that San Francisco didn't know the new rule, because it's the first
coaches did. One of the players didn't.
Okay. Well, Warner was the one that went out there. So, and that said they wanted the ball first. And a bunch of I'm like watching, I'm like, why wouldn't you want the ball second? Like put the pressure on the Chiefs. And then if you stop them, all you need is a field goal and you win.
Yeah. No, they knew, Justin. So watch the coach's interview, right? Watch Shanahan's. He said that was our plan the whole time.
Right.
Like,
but
we knew this.
I'm with Shanahan.
But it may not have been communicated to everybody.
I with Shanahan too. Yeah. Like if you score a field goal and then you hold them to a field goal, then all you have to do is just march down the field, score another field goal, and you win the game. So I get both sides of it, but this is the first time that America has ever seen this rule play out. So everyone's being armchair quarterback.
So real quick, you got any questions on overtime before I jump?
I have no questions on it other than like I agree with you. It would have been cool to that was when the point where it's like, okay, it'd be fun to go into more overtimes, because that's I guess like my baseball brain comes out when you go over 9 innings and it's just like, okay, how many innings can we freaking go for? And the longer
you're up till 2 o'clock, fucking just raging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then like the 3 fans that stay in the like, because like,
No,
After
nobody's
those
leaving.
3 fans.
If you pay $10,000 a ticket, your ass
Yeah.
is not leaving.
Yeah.
yeah. But I'm saying like in baseball when it like
Mhm.
it's a nothing game and you still have like 3 fans that stayed till 2:00 in the morning because they're like, I'm gonna keep watching this fucking game. I paid my money for this. I was just thinking, I was like, if they adopted from soccer, because in soccer you have the after regulation you have overtime, and then after overtime, if you're still tied, you go to penalty kicks. I was like, what if you kept going like field goals, just going back like
Mm-mm.
5
No,
yards
no,
each? That would
no.
be so
College-
We're
interesting.
never going to do that.
College football. So have you seen college football overtime?
I have not.
Okay.
Not since I've been in
One of the
college.
greatest games, LSU versus Arkansas.
Mhm.
7 overtimes.
7.
7 overtimes. So what it did was it had a normal overtime, and then at that end of regulation, if it's tied, then it goes to the shootout. And you line up at the 20-yard line, right? 20, 25. Anyways, you line up 20, 25-yard line, and you go back and forth scoring.
Mhm.
And this was like, they would score touchdown, they would score touchdown. They kicked a field goal, they kicked a field goal. They got stopped, they got stopped. It went back and forth 14 times. Well, really technically 13 because someone ended up winning in the
Arkansas,
seventh
Kentucky
overtime.
did it too.
Who? Arkansas and Kentucky?
Yeah.
What is up
years
with
ago?
Arkansas, dude?
Years before.
Yeah. What's
years
in the water in
before-
Arkansas besides sister wives? You know.
Yeah, but yeah, what Tvshkas is saying.
Love you,
is,
love you,
like,
Arkansas. We're neighbors. We'll see you.
Yeah,
We got a
yeah,
show there
Arkansas,
soon.
Kentucky
So we love you.
went to like 6 overtimes, and then LSU and
Arkansas.
Texas A&M went to that like because it was Jimbo and Coach O. So that's the
Oh, it was
reason.
A&M?
It was A&M and LSU.
Justin, yeah, we know there's no ties in
Yeah.
baseball. That's why you go into extra innings after.
There should be ties in any sport. That's my stance.
I know you're gonna hate me, but I'll be right back.
Oh my god.
And then,
Dude,
I tried.
Thank God
Just get a
baseball's
Gatorade
almost
bottle.
here to take my mind off football for a bit. I mean, Justin, I love you, and I'm here to support you with your Bills. I will never support you with your baseball team, but you know why.
Ooh.
But love you anyways.
Yankees, right?
Yeah, he's
Ugh.
and
Ugh.
Reds.
That's right, though. You live there. You live there. I get it.
Yeah, we're
better than the Mets.
Red Sox.
Better than the
Hey,
Mets.
baby.
Yeah. Okay. 25-yard
That's-
line. Yeah. So in the sequential overtimes, they start at the 25-yard line. Long
Justin,
hits.
I know soul. It's okay. and I'd expect the same from you, Justin. You can never root for my team.
Oh my God, Arkansas, Ole Miss. So yeah, there's a lot of them, but yeah, I'm with you. Overtime rule. Go to the shootouts. And to me, college football has had it right for a long time. I get it. It prolongs the game. The NFL, you have TV contracts, but at the same time, like people are going to watch.
Yeah.
Like people aren't going to leave. I mean, if it gets to 2:00 or midnight, maybe some of them, but
that's my
there
issue
was a
too. Is
match
they're trying to
recently that went
shorten
real
too
late.
many.
Yeah.
They're trying to shorten stuff. That's why I haven't been really watching MLB baseball at all because I just don't like the new rules, and because they want to shorten the
Pitch
clock.
counts and
with the pitch count, they want to shorten the game because the people say it's too long, and like now, literally, my family who like loves baseball, considers baseball our number one sport, is not watching baseball because we're like, we literally tune in and like half the game's already done. So I guess with me, like I'm fine with games being long and going longer because if it's exciting, then it's fine that it's long. You're still gonna have viewership. But
it's
if
baseball, is it exciting?
yes, it is. Yes, it is, Tvshkas.
Sorry, I had to take a shots.
I understand what you're coming from, but a lot of times they're losing viewership, so they're trying to get a reason to bring in like the Vine. I mean, like everyone knows Vine,
But they're gonna lose original people too.
No, not everybody knows Vine.
Millennials know Vines. Don't ask a Gen Z.
Our generation knows Vine.
TikTok. Then
The 2 hours
everyone's
that
still on
Vine
a
was
9
real
second
thing before it got bought by Twitter. We know about. but Gen Z has no idea. And I guarantee my parents don't even know either. Like, but yeah. But you're right. The analogy still stands. They're trying to condense it, streamline it, make it, more approachable or acceptable or whatever.
But then you're just gonna lose like the original.
You lose the integrity of the game of the people
Yeah.
that actually got you to where you are.
But
the people who actually give a shit about the game.
They don't do it in the playoffs though.
No,
Right
thank God. Thank God.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Thing too with the overtime rules. When for NFL, which is kind of how we got to this conversation. Like they're still going to make sure that there is a legit winner. And
regular season,
not regular season for sure. There's ties, which I know Justin said in the thing. There's no overtime in baseball, which is true. That's why they put a dude on second now, which a lot of peers don't like either.
But the thing is, the players love that rule, so that rule is going to stay as much as everyone else, because they were going to get rid of that rule because they put it in like for COVID, and they were going to get rid of it, but the players are like, we actually like this rule, so they're
because it gets them the hell out of there.
I guess so.
I mean, I don't know how that's the thing. It's like I don't know why the players like it, because if it doesn't make it
if it shortens the game, like if you're a pitcher, the less you have to throw balls, the less you're protecting your body, kind of thing. So,
yeah. But hey, someone won our bracket, bitches.
Did we? What? Don't tell me it was Jason.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, yeah. But anyways, yeah.
Jason Kelsey.
Jason Kelsey, hell yeah, dude. He's
he won the weekend, that's for sure.
Yeah. So bracket bitches. If you guys don't know, we had our picks, and we did this, at the beginning of the playoffs, right before the wild card round. You see the picks there. We had 7 of our Discord members join, and so we are going to do one for March Madness. So if you guys are interested, definitely follow the Discord link below. And join us and join the breakfast, and then also put in some of your picks. But yeah, the one solely lonely person at the top, which was my heart pick, but also my head pick. I win! Suck it, Jason! Suck it! Let's go. Where's my fucking music?
Josh, how do you feel because you're the only one who hasn't won anything yet?
Oh.
Well, as far as bracket bitches, it hurts. As far as winning a Super Bowl championship in a fantasy football league, I have won one. So, and by I mean we, and not other person who just won a bracket bitches. So, I'll take that in consideration. And console, whatever that word is. So I will take winning fantasy football over winning a bracket bitches, which I kind of just fucked around with.
So here's the thing. We should call the winners of the brackets bottom bitches. All right? Because with pimps, the bottom bitch is at the top. Mm-hmm. Just like a totem pole.
So Tvshka and I are bottom bitches.
Bottom
Josh
bitches.
has not earned that yet.
Yep.
I've earned my right to talk here. That being said, this hurts.
Yeah.
Because I came in last. And no offense to Cheryl, she doesn't know how to spell football every once in a while. And I lost to her. But shout out to Cheryl.
And me.
Yeah. No. Well, Cheryl actually topped Justin, Soul, and Josh.
Yeah.
So kind of going back over the picks. The Lions got quite a bit of love there in the divisional. And from Cheryl, she also picked the Kitty Cats because we know that's the main reason why she picked it to actually win the Super Bowl. And I mean, there was a good chance for a little bit. But yeah, they just couldn't get it done.
When I did my picks, I'm like, I'm gonna be in last place, but I'm going to have loyalty to my team.
Yeah.
And then when Josh got in last place, I was like, wow, this is great.
I mean,
yeah,
that was the problem. That was the problem with me too. I had loyalty to my team, which
yeah, I had too much loyalty to your team as well.
Oh my God! This was like I looked at the bracket. I was like, Green Bay's going to win that. The Chiefs are probably going to win the damn Super Bowl. but I just couldn't in my heart do it, which is what I told you all the last bracket pitches. I was like, I went too much with my head and my heart instead of just going with one or the other, and which is my downfall.
Yeah.
But did I not think the Ravens were still going to win at the end of the day? No, I thought they would. And the Chiefs are inevitable. Patrick Mahomes is inevitable. It hurts me to say it because that's what he is. Now, is Travis Kelce going to come back? Probably for one more year. Yeah. The way he had 3 years on his contract, so he has 2 more years left. But yeah, that I know that we're moving on to Travis Kelce situation, but when you win, you're not going to go out. And unfortunately, you're not going to be Jerome Bettis because Travis Kelce's got some more in the tank.
No, he definitely does. And talking about the tank, I think that's what the Chiefs did all year. And I also think that that's what they did in the game. I think this Super Bowl was really a microcosm of that. Because I'm not yelling at Reed. Hey, you know what? Look, guys.
Tony Stark built this in a cave.
It's
box of scraps.
Lots of scraps. Yeah.
When you're passionate and you think that you can affect the game.
Whenever you only have one reception and 1 yard.
Yeah. Why wasn't Kittle doing that to freaking his head coach?
Yeah, Shanahan.
Thank you.
But anyways, no, to finish my point though, I think they were kind of playing it coy. So whenever you have a good defense, you don't have to score 40 to 50 points like the Chiefs did or had to just to win games. We even lost a game when we scored 54 points, right? Like, you remember those days, guys? Because I do, because I've been a Chiefs fan for a long-ass time.
I remember when D Ford lined up offsides.
Oh, my God. Fucking D Ford. Oh, Jesus Christ.
And
dude.
you fired his you fired
him. He didn't even take the bus.
Guess who you hired after you fired that defense coordinator? Steve Spagnuolo.
Yeah.
That's like when LeBron with Cleveland dropped over like 50 points one game and they still lost.
Yeah.
He's like, what more can I fucking do?
Exactly, right? Because you got to have defense. And we were in a rebuilding year last year and we won the Super Bowl. This year, we were the worst offense that we've ever had, and we won the Super Bowl. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, but next year we're going to be better because we're probably going to free up a little cap space with Jones.
Deep there?
We are deep. We are fucking deep as shit, dude. We are balls deep.
Balls deep. I was waiting for that comment. Balls deep in your mouth
on our defense. And the D, that sweet D.
I do like that. It was give me the fucking ball, Andy, and which he did. What he told Andy. Guess what? It worked.
Cool. So. All right, Squirrel, quit putting comments up. All right, Jesus.
That wasn't me.
Look, motherfuckers. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you watching right now. Okay, because we are inevitable. Right? You're about to get spicy ass fucking Tvshkas here soon. Because I played nice. I let you cry on my shoulder whenever we kick the shit out of your team. But this next year, it's coming out. We're coming out. The Dukes are out, baby. The dynasty is in full effect. There you go. Yeah, play a song. I don't care which song, dude. But the dynasty is in full effect. Just wait. Just wait till we gear up and we get a wide receiver. Right? Because we've got these. That's a little loud. I'm going to turn that down. Because we've got these rookie not wide receivers. We've got these young rookie, going to be about 2 year now, defensive backs. We've got one of the strongest defensive backs field right now, right? Once we clear up some cap space, oh my God, man, we're going to be charging up like a motherfucker. We're going to be getting some vets. We're going to be getting some good draft picks because we know how to fucking pick them, right? And we don't need no Tyreek Hill. Even though, hey, Tyreek, you can come back. You just got to cheapen down your price, man, because we don't need you. You need us because you only got one ring. We got 3, B. We got 3. All right, that's all I got.
I would like to keep Tyreek Hill with the Dolphins.
Yeah, no, definitely. No, he's incredible. He's generational talent. But for the Chiefs, it is very clear. Once you get a certain level of talent or ego where you want to get more money and you care about more about money and yourself than you do about rings, bye, Felicia, because we don't need you. We don't need you. We had a box of scraps, motherfuckers,
right?
and we still did that shit.
Not to put more confetti on Tvshkas, but you know how hard it is in this era to have a dynasty. Not to take anything away with the Patriots or even the Cowboys and the Niners of the '90s and the Packers
Raiders,
and stuff like that. Like
Steelers.
the fact that the Packers are still can keep it going is really cool.
Yeah.
But what the Chiefs are doing right now and how they're able to navigate this crazy era is really remarkable. And it hurts me to say it because everyone doesn't like the Chiefs now because they're the new dynasty, but it is what it is. You have to deal with it because your team had every opportunity to trade up and get Patrick Mahomes. They could have taken him first. You had every opportunity to take Patrick Mahomes. Guess what? Your team didn't. Your team decided to take Mitch Trubisky. Okay, Bears. You traded up for Mitch Trubisky, who just got released by the Steelers, his second team. So,
oh man,
I'm not sitting there
maybe he can be a water boy.
telling you that the Chiefs know what the fuck they're doing, but they've been to 6 AFC Championship games. They've won 3 out of 4 Super Bowls, which the last time I remember someone doing that was not just the Patriots, but also the Cowboys, and that is very hard to do.
Yep.
And there's so much more of a likable team to be a dynasty, where like the Patriots, not a likable team to be a dynasty. Sorry, Josh. The Cowboys, not a likable team to be
Emmitt
a
Smith is
dynasty.
a godsend. Shut up.
I will push back against that.
Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman and Michael Irvin. Jerry Jones is the reason you don't like it.
Yeah, Jerry. No, because Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But they were flashy as hell. I mean, in the early '90s, it was nearly impossible to not love Michael Jordan and the Bulls and Emmitt Smith and the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Troy
Jimmy
Aikman
Johnson was awesome.
Troy Aikman mid, but yeah, Deion Sanders, dude. Like every freaking time I intercepted a ball in playing in the street or in the the schoolyard, I mean, always doing that, always in the touch, man. So
yeah, but
I would push back, but I agree with you. Like the Chiefs say the right things, and even for the most part, we kind of do the right things, but we're still going to be hated because we're at the top, and I get it. I fucking get it. It's annoying as shit, even for me to see Travis Kelce all the time. And I got one of his jerseys in the fucking mail that I won in a raffle on the way over. And so I get it. Like he's kind of oversaturated. Patrick Mahomes on every fucking commercial as well. And you got Andy Reid, the little nuggies. You know what I mean? Like I get it. I get it. They're oversaturated in your world if you're watching TV and football, but you cannot deny the greatness that you're seeing. It's just like with Brady and Belichick. I mean, who actually thought that Brady was not going to be able to win against the Falcons in the Super Bowl? Halftime, he come back. You're like, they scored. This is it. And I remember even watching it with coworkers, and it was just like, fuck, here we go. Here we go, dude. The guy's getting juiced up. He's going to pull Brady moments. And it's
I
because
remember watching in Vermont
greatness shows up.
trip on a ski trip. I was like, as soon as he scored, I'm like, yeah. And guess who the offensive coordinator was for the Atlanta Falcons?
Ooh. Snyder? No. Who?
Shanahan.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the offensive coordinator. And guess what he
Kyle,
did?
right?
Not run the damn ball the whole second half
Yeah.
against Tom Brady because they just didn't do it for some reason. But it was Kyle Shanahan. He left to take the Niners job. And then Steve, whoever is the coach now for the Texas Longhorns, became the offensive coordinator. And guess what happened to Matt Ryan? He wasn't as good because Shanahan is actually like really good at his job.
Yeah. No, he's an incredible coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was and Shanahan was with Washington Redskins at the time. The R words. But
you're allowed to say it. We can't.
I can say it. It's our word, motherfuckers. It's my skin that's red. Even though I'm actually looking pretty pale today.
It's your jersey that's red.
It's actually, you know what? That's really probably what's really thrown it off.
We're red in solidarity, by the way.
Yeah, let's go.
We before we went live, just so you
Red
know, I realized I
Nation.
had a gray sweatshirt on, and then I realized everyone else had red. I was like, all right, we're just gonna be red in solidarity.
Yeah,
And
so
this was
you didn't plan
purely
it.
a mistake.
Yeah. No,
or not
it was
unplanned.
Destiny. So, because Soul didn't even know.
Thank you, Jeremy.
But she was
She's
doing that.
Sarkeesian.
So yeah, go ahead, pull the comments up. Sorry, I'm done with my rant.
Okay.
I mean, my family was rooting for the Chiefs, and it was one of those, like, my dad too was just like, if they don't fucking win now, that's gonna be really anticlimactic. It was because we were kind of like, okay, this game. And my dad, like, actually is a fan of football, and my brother too, and we kind of were just like, yeah, this is an anticlimactic game. We'll see what happens. And then when, like, the Chiefs started coming back, we're like, okay, this is gonna be fun. But if they still lose, it's gonna be like womp womp.
Yeah. If they fell flat, didn't kick the field goals, or didn't do what they needed to get it done. But they did. And do you have any comments to pull up, or?
Yeah, I got some for you.
Here we go.
Also, to put on, because it just came to my head, the fact that we
I'm
have
with you, Jeremy. Crimson and Cream, baby. OU.
2 of the longest field goals in Super Bowl history.
I called that too.
Yeah,
I fucking called
it. Go ahead. Yeah, but Moody,
as soon as Moody hit it,
Moody hit it. I'm like, watch Butner like beat it in like 2 seconds, and he was like, dude, I didn't get it for an hour.
Yeah, not even like a full quarter. And Bucker's like,
and then
hold my beer.
The fact that he did that, and then that
up,
extra point, extra point is probably going to haunt him.
Oh yes, yeah, and so okay. So here's the thing: huge shout out to Leo Chanel, unsung hero. I mean, he's a second stringer, but he's part of our depth, not just in defense but special teams. And he caused the forced fumble with Christian McCaffrey, and he blocked the fucking kick. That dude deserves all the fucking money he gets, because he showed up, and that is really what it takes. Like, and that's where shout out to Sean Berto, and Facebook. I actually put out, as soon as the game got done, I was like, that was pretty close, right? Because everybody's making their own puns and such, but. He said that was a great team win. It really was. That was a full team win. Mahomes, they had to give somebody the MVP. The Chiefs won, so logically they got to give to Mahomes. If the 49ers won, it would have been Jennings. That was absolutely incredible. He was wrecking us. They should have just been having him fucking hike the ball.
I thought it should have gone to Chris Jones, honestly. Dude, was every time you needed a play on defense,
but
Chris
Jones the statistics was not there.
I know. But
yeah, I'm with you.
As a football guy,
you see him there, but he's not making the tackle. He's not getting the sack. I mean,
he's doing what he's disrupting everything the Niners were trying to do.
Yeah,
and Chris, that's why I was like, I would not. He'll never win it because he doesn't stat. There's no stat that's gonna add up to what Chris Jones did that game.
Yeah.
But yes, you're
right.
100%.
And there's so many unsung heroes that are like that.
Right.
They're the ones that are creating that pressure that's going to lead to somebody else getting the sack or getting the credit.
And that's some of my favorite parts about sports, with like sports that I actually like understand fully. When you have someone, so like you guys are talking about this, and I'm like, yeah, sure. I trust you guys and what you're saying. But like in other sports that I do watch, you can have them be like, that person had a really good game. You won't see it in their stats.
Yep.
They're not someone who's scoring a goal or someone who's scoring a home run or like shooting the ball and like getting all the points, but they're doing what they need to do to be able to make sure that the person that is going to score the points are going to like do what they need to do to win. And so I love when you're like, yo, that person right there did everything they could to make sure the team won. And they
playing the role.
Yeah, they're playing their role. They're not caring about themselves. They're caring about the team. Love that.
And as Belichick says, even though it's said a bunch of other coaches, but Belichick is the one that kind of does it, is like, do your job. And Chris Jones does it so well. And if you realize, that the Chiefs were kind of like, where are we as a team? And then Chris Jones finally got his contract, got it back, finally got the contract. He got there and then got into game speed. So it was inevitable once Chris Jones signed, because Chris Jones is arguably
Chris Jones is a beast.
Chris Jones is
I'm just not 100% sure he's going to be back because he did hold out. I think that really fucked with us with Brett Veach, by the way, GM extraordinaire of the Chiefs. Let's please not lose him. Everybody else, fuck off. Don't pick up this guy. But I really think that messed with us trying to position ourselves to get a wide receiver. Because there was a lot of talks of T. Higgins. There was even talks of Brandon Ayuk. I will gladly take Brandon Ayuk. Honestly, at this point, Jawan Jennings, let's go, brother. Because they have such a deep roster of receivers and such. But I think that really messed with Veach's plan, and so they bumped up his guaranteed pay, which is what he asked for, but they did not extend his deal. They kept it to 1 year left. So really his contract is up. He did not hit some of his incentives. He had a Super Bowl appearance, but I don't think he made the All-Pro.
He still won $1 million.
Oh, yeah. No, he definitely did. And we had a Super Bowl win, but he did not get Defensive Player of the Year. So some of those were coupled together. Whether that's fair or not, he's still got $1 million because he hit his sack total for the season and got some additional sacks in the playoffs. But I just don't know if he's going to be back.
How old is he at this point?
Oh God, he's probably like what, 29? I mean,
he's got to be up there by he's got to be like 30 at this point.
Which is crazy, man. I mean, I'm not calling you like a babe or a child, but like 28 is still young as shit.
Right. But I know football terms.
28 is younger than me.
As a D tackle?
Right. But yeah, you're right there though. Come on now.
I know.
But yeah, but it's just like you think about this and it's just like and it's just this weird transition. I mean, I know everybody else who's watching that is older than college age. You used to watch college football and was like, oh, those are older people. And there's a point where you're watching, they're like, oh man, they're so good. Like, they're 18, 19. Fuck, right. Man. Like, what have I done with my life? I'm 24.
Oh, no.
And then in NFL, it's like, fuck, what am I doing with my life? I'm 37 and I'm watching a bunch of 20 years.
But you're not 6'5" and just athletic freak.
Yeah, I learned that sophomore year when everybody else kept growing. I was like, I think I'm done. I'm going to go to debate.
When I was 24, 25, went with my granddad to watch one of our family friends' like sons play in an AAU tournament in basketball, and they're all like 16, 17 years old, and they're all like 6'4". And I'm like, what did I do in life? Like, but not really. Just like whatever.
Look,
at WKU, when I was there was 2 English people that were over 7 feet on our basketball team. And one of them was behind me in line at the subway on campus. And like he bumped into me and I turned around and I had to be like, oh, hi. like literally looking at the ceiling.
In basketball, the equalizer is that the ball has to hit the ground. I'm low to the ground, motherfuckers. I will swipe the shit out of your ankles and that ball. I don't give a shit.
There's a reason there's a lot of 5'8", 5'9" guys in the NFL.
That's why Muggsy Bogues is and Spud Webb.
Muggsy Bogues,
heroes right there, baby.
Love them. And like Steph Curry looks short to everyone. He's 6'1", so it's kind of weird.
And Dwayne
by the way, thank you so much, Jeremy and Justin in the chats. If Chris Jones doesn't sign, stay in the box. Take this with an entourage. Hey, dude, that looked like a good entourage. The Super Bowl, of course, it's the biggest game, but man, people showed out for fucking Vegas, bro. That was.
I like that we saw both Taylor Swift and Beyonce chug beers.
Right. Yeah. The 2 queens, the Black Queen and the White Queen.
That's true.
That's what it is.
Right. Hey, wrong. And because it is Black History Month, we had to have a black quarterback win. Like that's the rules.
Half black.
True.
We can count the other half.
Counts. In this country, it counts.
Oh yeah,
In other countries, he would
Yeah.
be called mixed and not black, but in this
Like,
country, it
He
counts.
hasn't seen me Super Bowls. His dad has DUIs, but that's beside the point.
Okay, I've got to tell you all this. Okay, this is not related to anything other than black and white. So
We're waiting.
So whenever I was sick last week, bedridden, I had gotten a phone call, and it was on the business line, which I don't get a whole lot of calls from. So had to pick it up because it could have been a job opportunity. And this person was like, "Yeah, I just looked up television commercials, and your name popped up." And I was like, oh, "Okay, yes, sir. Is there a project or anything?" He's like, "No, I don't got a project. I just got a question." I was like, "Okay, well, yeah, I'm happy to help out." Why is there always black people in all the commercials now? And I was like, all right, I was like, probably because the people that pay for those commercials want those people and want that representation in there.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, well, I get it, It's like, but there's just everywhere. There's always black people, and there's still some white people in commercials and such. And I was like, well, as a Native American, I would like to see more representation of people that look like me, right? He's like, oh, yeah, no, I get that. And kind of like, I let him just kind of rant. And he's like, all right, well, he's like, I know that's dumb. He's like, but, I just appreciate you just kind of hearing me out, let me rant. I was like, all right, well, give me a call if you ever need help with the project, sir.
Remember that scene from now the controversial film, The Blind Side, where the uncle calls in about the Christmas card? That's just exactly how I think that person is.
My God, right? Yeah. I was just like, apparently he just, had to call somebody and yell at some clouds, and some darker than white clouds.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some family members that would probably say the same thing. Is like they look at the commercial and be like, "Why is there so many?" I'm like, "Do you pay for them? Are you the target audience? Then why do you
pay for a commercial, dude? If
you are going to buy the product anyway.
Yeah.
So who cares? Speaking
why
about
aren't there white people on this cocoa butter commercial?
Right.
I don't know. Maybe you're not the demographic, bro.
I will. Let me scroll up to when Jeremy Miller said this.
Yeah, go ahead. Please change the topic.
He'll turn.
Hey,
that wasn't because of what your comments were, but that was because when you went that
we
rant.
are in villain season, right?
Here's why I want the Chiefs to continue winning Super Bowls, because this graphic here, 2020 Chiefs win, Heat make the finals. We lost, but it is what it is. 2023 Chiefs win Super Bowl, Heat make the finals. We lost, but it is what it is. We made the finals, guys. So 2024 Chiefs win, Heat ? Can we make the finals?
Let's go.
We win in the finals? Like,
I as a person who actually is like a Miami Heat fan nowadays.
Yeah.
I need Hemi.
Yes.
Ooh.
I mean, he shows up in the playoffs.
I'm aware. That's why I'm saying I need Hemi, not Jimmy. I need
not Hemi. And to Jimmy Butler too. He recently had a family member passed away, so he hasn't been playing the past few games. So like, shout out to him and his family, and just sending all love and prayer. But yeah, we need Hemi. We need Hemi.
And then also my boy Terry Rozier. I think he's going to be a great asset to the team once he gets acclimated.
Yeah, I'm glad we got him.
Yeah. And because you're actually like buying for both Louisville players, which is Donovan Mitchell and Terry. But I think you all would have gave up way too much for Donovan, even though I think it still would have worked out. But I think you end up working out better with Terry because you didn't have to give up as much for that. I know this became but hey, future bracket bitches, we're going to do the NBA playoffs too.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited for it. Do we want to try to do a fantasy fuck around with basketball?
We'll get there when we get there.
Yeah. At the very least, maybe just the league. Maybe we don't do a full show on it, but yeah, I'm excited for it. But yeah, Jeremy, Texas and Boston have massive egos. That's why those dynasties are hated. You forgot to add the Cowboys and New York in that, bud.
And LA Lakers.
Yeah, Lakers. Yeah, Casey doesn't have that yet, but it's growing. Yeah, and I think part of it is because it's the response. It's the response to the hate. You know what I mean? Like, because right now we are in our villain season, and Patrick Mahomes even said, like, "Hey, I'll be whatever you guys need me to be." and it's just because when you're at the top, people want you to just come back down because they want to see somebody else. I get it. Like if you're a fair weather fan, or even if you're just a diehard fan for your team, you don't want to see the same people at the top every time. And I get it.
Yeah.
It gets annoying when it's your team. It's pretty fucking great, but
Yeah.
but
I mean,
when it's not, it gets annoying. Yeah.
When the Heat went to 4 finals in a row with LeBron and everyone was hating us, I was just like, hey, come on, bring the hate. Like, this is great.
What are we supposed to do as a fan?
I saw
say, I'll cheer for the other team because I want to see equality in representation. No, it's like, fuck off, dude.
No,
Like,
I hated on Dwayne Wade when he was at Marquette, and then I saw him and I was like, no, this dude's like the truth.
Yeah.
And then that's why the Heat became like the team that I'm going to go with, is because of what happened.
And I respect you as a Wade fan, because we got so many people who became Heat fans just because of LeBron.
No, I was a Wade fan.
Wade.
And that was the same draft class.
Yep.
So I'm always a Wade.
Wade. Shout out Justin. I mean, I get it, man. He says, I don't want to hate, but it's really fucking annoying to see my team not get the job done. But respect the greatness. And my heart really does go out to Bills fans.
Yeah.
Because
they're the only ones that feel that can say shit.
Yeah, because they've been so fucking close.
Yeah.
And then they got
times, man.
They went to 4 straight Super Bowls, which Justin was there for. They
Yeah.
went to 4 straight Super Bowls, lost. I'm not going to say who won 2 of them, but they went to 4 straight Super Bowls, lost.
Redskins?
One of them. Giants, Redskins, and 2 Cowboys. But it's not the point. But then they went to kind of, Jim Kelly graduated, but retired. And then they became
graduated into life.
Yeah. Well, and he fought off cancer. Shout out to Jim Kelly. Dude, he's a survivor. And then they were bottom feeder. Then McDermott took over. They drafted Josh Allen. Here they are. And just like, it should have been their year for the past 3 years, and it just never was.
We need to make like a graphic where it's just like, okay, do I hate the Chiefs? Yes, no. And then be like, why? It goes, am I a Bills fan? And it's like, okay, you're okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Are you a Bengals fan?
Yeah.
Are you a Ravens fan? But not really. The Ravens really and Chiefs never really, like during the regular season maybe, but no, it's the Bills and the Chiefs. The Bills, just every time they face the Chiefs, are like,
am I a hater? Yeah. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely out there, and a lot of people kind of jump back into the game. A lot of people are hating on Kelsey. I get it.
Talk shit to Andy.
Well, here's the thing, man. It's a game of passion, ladies and gentlemen. I know that's I
thought it was funny as hell.
Image. Yeah.
When that happened, I thought it was so funny, and it's just like, okay, he's an athlete. He wants to win the fucking game. Like, I would want my players to have that kind of passion.
Yeah.
You know how many like top tier players do that to their coaches?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it was during the Super Bowl. And it would have been blown out of proportion if they would have lost, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. For sure. But they won. So it doesn't matter. It's just like a sign of, like you said, it's a sign of passion. But then if he like during the season, he threw his helmet and all this stuff, and people were like, "Are you sure Taylor Swift needs to be with this guy?" I'm like, "Why is Taylor Swift being brought in that?
He's so violent." Like,
bull crap.
Come on, guys.
No, it's just a guy that wants to win the game. I'd say the same thing about AJ Brown. So the same about Stephon Diggs. I'll say the same. Just the guys want to win.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Brady yelled at everybody on the fucking side.
Yelled at everybody.
Yelled at everybody. I mean, probably Waterboy got yelled at too.
Chris Jones has been pulled back from his coaches. I've seen it. Like
Patrick Mahomes got pulled back from the refs.
Yeah. Well,
and I'll tell you this: most coaches are probably like love when they see that fire in their players.
Did you watch Andy Reid's interview?
I did not.
Because that's exactly what he said. Andy Reid. And here's the thing, people. Look, because it was all over my fucking Facebook feed. And from non-Chiefs fans for the most part. But here's the thing, people. Whenever you see something, do your own GD research. Like, don't take headlines as factual. Do your research. And if you watch Andy Reid's, he's like, yeah, man. Yeah. He was passionate. He kind of gave me a little bump, more than I wanted. But he's like, hey, I love that fire. That's why we have him on our team, is because he brings that passion. He brings that fire. And at that point, folks, he had 1 reception for 1 yard. This is one of the greatest tight ends of all time. Just broke so many records. Yeah, broke so many records this year. And it's going to break more next year. And it's not just tight end records, right? It's not just this little niche. It's receiver. He's breaking Jerry Rice records, folks.
Yeah.
Like, it's absolutely insane to think of that we're actually at a point where we have receivers and quarterbacks in tandem with such longevity that they're breaking Jerry Rice records because he had such a long and storied career with Joe Montana, sorry. But yeah, no, but it's just like, just settle down with everything at all, y'all.
Justin goes, oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. Jerry, that one. Travis was yelling to Andy that he was going to be on Taylor's breakup album.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the jokes I saw. And this was my former response to a friend who actually posted that, because people were like, "Oh my God, what a crybaby! Oh, he needs put in timeout. Oh, this is why I don't let my kids play sports." Okay, well, whatever. First of all, if you don't want your kids to play sports, then don't let them play sports. Yeah. But also, if my life was in the public 24/7 and under a microscope, you would not like me.
Yeah,
because I am human. We are all human. We are fallible. We have weak moments, but we also have triumphant victories in our lives as well. Whether that's in our jobs, whether that's with our families or organizations, whatever it is that you're doing in your life, you have your wins, you have your losses. But if everybody was able to watch every moment of your life, for the most part, and be able to pick out your weak moments and then blow it up, yeah, you're going to look like shit, because you're going to look like a human. So let's give a little bit of grace to everybody. And this isn't just because I'm wearing a Chiefs jersey. If they did this to Kittle, I would be on a just as big of a soapbox for him. But let's just give everybody a little bit of fucking grace, man, and enjoy the good times we have with each other, and just really try to find ways that we can support and love and choose growth. Because if you also listen to a lot of the podcasts that him and his brother do, and you listen to a lot of the interviews, man, like he was crying on some of the promos for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this dude is just a passionate guy. And as a Latino, right? Or Latina, your culture is known for being passionate. Right?
Yes.
And it's very vibrant, but it's loud. Right?
It's loud, and sometimes it can get a little violent, but it is. As someone who watched my brothers play sports all my life since I was literally in diapers. My older brother would throw his freaking helmet and his bat all the time. My older brother would get angry during the game and he would throw things. My little brother, and then after the game, he'd be fine. My little brother would hold his anger in, play the game, and then be angry for the fucking week. And would not let it go. So it's one of those things, like, you have that passion for the game, that passion to win, that passion to hate losing. Because sometimes too, it's not even that you want to win, you just don't want to fucking lose. And it's one of those things that just, it comes out. And I'd rather see the players on my team acting like that, because I know that they care just as much as I do.
And everyone just mark this down. I'm going to mention Lamar Jackson, but look at how he is
what? That's
on the sidelines. Look at how Lamar is. He is so fiery. He is so he bitches at everyone. He is the most in somebody's face.
Are you saying he's thrown a helmet as well? What?
I don't think he has, but still,
he threw his
helmet. He's definitely gotten that fiery because again, as they say, he cares. And that's the thing about Travis too. And again, I will still back up Travis on this, because I saw Travis and Jason's journey from Cincinnati, where Jason was a walk-on. Travis was like a big hotshot guy coming out, and he fucked up. Travis fucked up, and it wasn't for Jason to literally say like, "No, it's my brother. I've got him." He lost a scholarship at Cincinnati, not USC, not Ohio State, Cincinnati, which is nothing against Cincinnati, but they're not Ohio State and what Travis is. And he lost his scholarship. The coach goes, "No, you're not on the team anymore. Your scholarship's revoked. You fucked up too much. We're not doing this." And Jason had to literally go and to the coach and be like, "No, I will vouch for my brother. He's going to live with me." And then they go, "All right, well, he's not going to have a scholarship. He's going to walk on." And then now we have Travis Kelce. So if you don't think that man is passionate about his craft, he lost it a long time ago and is still earning it back. So
and if you don't think that sticks with you too, because think about the mistakes that you've made in your own personal life, and there's the people with me on screen, but everybody else at home, like that stays with you. It doesn't leave, but the way you react is how you grow. Like you either let that just pull you back, kind of like maybe a Chiefs player did with Purdy to bring it to the game, or you can actually like let it kind of motivate you a little bit and be that chip and just be like, I'm going to be that much better. Right. Like I made a mistake. I'm confessing. I messed up and I fess up. That's why one thing I love that my pastor says, mess up and fess up, right? Because you're owning it. It's like, I'm going to choose to be better. And even if I'm better by an inch, it's still better. It's still moving forward. It's failing forward. Right. And so, so that's what I just kind of,
and you need that chip too in sports. Even if you are a dynasty, even if you're winning all the time, you need a chip on your shoulder to continue going forward. So you have to find out what that chip's going to be. Is it going to be what other people are saying? Is it going to be your past? Is it like this was
bulletin board material.
Bulletin board material. Yeah. You saw this in the World Cup. Croatia and Canada were about to play, and John Herdman, who was the coach of Canada, now the coach of Toronto FC, basically talked shit about Croatia, and then Croatia like murdered them in the game. So it was pretty much just like, okay, talk shit, see what happens.
Right.
And so I feel that you need that chip. Where's that chip going to come from? How are you going to put it forward? How are you going to play this game that you love?
Yeah. And like what Travis did with Andy was just saying like, dude, why are we doing some bullshit when we know what works? That was kind of like what, and guess what happened after he did that? And people were like, oh, he's grabbing his coach. Guess what? They end up making adjustments and winning the game. So whatever Travis did to bump his coach, because guess what? Travis Kelce is not the biggest diva that Andy Reid had to deal with. You know his name named Terrell Owens, right? Everyone remember him? Yeah. Okay. Now, granted, he's one of the greatest receivers, top 5 receivers to ever play the game. But dude was a diva. He loved.
Can you say MK again?
Was that me?
Yeah.
No, Josh.
Okay.
No, Josh. The way Josh said MK, I just heard it.
All right. So yeah, shout out.
I was like, ding dong. Okay.
Shout out to Mackie from South Park. Okay. Bring my southern out of me. Okay. Anyway.
But yeah, T.O. definitely. Yeah. And diva, but passionate, man. I mean,
T.O. Like I would
you've got to have that in your drive.
I feel like if Andy would have fallen, he would have probably laughed.
He did. So glad
he did.
So glad you said that.
He did fall. He did fall in celebration. Did fall
because, ladies and gentlemen, even though Chris Jones held out, and that's you could. Hey, what's up, bud? Sorry, my dog. My dog's
Gatorade, by the way. Shout out to who won the bet.
To who? Sorry.
Purple Gatorade. Shout out to people who won the bet.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Purple Gatorade trials on him, but Chris Jones held out, and the media has to make some stories, and that's even with the local beat reporters for the Chiefs. But that was the thing. Was like, oh man, well Andy Reid and Chris Jones kind of contention, blah 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 blah. Right. Here's the thing. This is love. You may look at that and be like, oh my God, Andy Reid attacked a black man. You may be dumb, and you may say that and mean it. But that is fucking love right there. That is sports love because, and we're not going to show the video, but he goes up and he's like, yes. And he just kind of pushes down and gets on top of him. And they're just, God, dude, they're just so fucking.
And you see that smile on Chris Jones' face.
Yeah,
dude.
Go back.
And that dude's got a good fucking smile, man. That dude's got $1 million smile. And Reed, kind of getting older in life, and a little bit of weight on him. So had to get some help kind of getting up. He may have accidentally pushed on his dick. That D, baby.
And as soon as he said that during the Super Bowl thing, I was like, oh, this is gonna be used so many times.
Brandon Perna.
How about that?
Shout out if you ever see us.
How about that D, baby? And I was
like, what about that D? Like, yeah, what about that D?
He literally said, "How about that D, baby?" And I was like, "Oh God!" He put the baby at the end of the. How about that D? I was like, "Oh,
yeah." Brandon Perna. That's like one of his.
Can that be a button that we press and that's just soundboard?
You know what? Yes. I'll take some time this week. It's gonna be probably open next week.
How about that D, baby?
But, we'll get some clips that we're gonna be able to use in a lot of different ones. But but seriously though, like that is what it is because whenever you're working with a team or an organization, you're gonna have contentious moments. You got tensions to manage in your relationships, and if you don't have tension, then you really don't have a relationship because it's probably one-sided. You're either just taking and you're not giving, or you may be on the other side where you're just giving and you're not really receiving, right? But you're gonna have tensions to kind of manage, and you're gonna have a relational capital that you're going to build up, that you're going to have to withdraw and deposit. Like, it's just that give and take. That's fucking life, people. If you don't have that, then get it, because you're not living, because you're not really contributing to other people's lives. But that is what that is. And that moment right here, that is them just completely withdrawing everything they've deposited throughout the year. All the hard conversations about their salary, all the tough talks about attitudes and about what to do, and getting there, at 5 a.m. in the morning to put in the work. You know what I mean? Like these men and women, because there's a lot of women on staff now, and a lot of great women on the training staff and the medical staff for the Chiefs for sure, and hopefully here soon coaching staff. Because there are female coaches in the league now, which is fucking phenomenal. And there's referees. These people put in the work. They put in the hours to bring about this product, if you want to look at the commercial sense. But they're doing the things that they love. And that is what's really being shown. So whenever you see this, that is passion. That is love. It's not hate. It's not anger. It's not bitterness. It's not childishness, right? It's fucking love. And it's passion for something you have. And I'm sorry I'm only showing Chiefs stuff, for all the 49er fans and other people. But I know that you have the pictures in your head of your team, whether it's in football or whether it's in whatever sport. But that is what we're putting out there. And so that is my love song to sports, because it is this ultimate team activity that just culminates into one of the most beautiful moments and one of the most tragic. And it's a flip of a coin. It's the block of a field goal, and it's the catch of a pass. I mean, it's that much of a difference as far as that victory and that failure. But I guarantee you, even though the 49ers are licking their wounds right now, they're not going to change any of that experience for the world. Yes, they get paid handsomely, and they get paid well, as they should. Purdy should get paid a lot more, because that dude is doing an incredible job. Shout out Big 12, Iowa State.
He should.
Hopefully he gets his bag not this coming year, but the following year, that he deserves. But
he saved John Lynch's.
Is this
life.
passion and love between Ice and Reed?
Yeah. The walrus. Cuckoo, cuckoo.
No, but just kind of going with what Tvshkas said. This is why I love football, because to me this is the most pure team sport in America. I know baseball is America's pastime, but it takes that is second to none of what makes a team sport. Because basketball, you can have 2 or 3 guys that can take over a game. The other 2 guys doesn't matter. You need all 11, all 22, as they would say.
Yeah,
all 22.
54? How many? 50, whatever was on the full roster.
53 on the roster.
53. Thank you.
But in baseball, like, yes, you still need the team. But if a pitcher is really good, you just need the one guy. You know, at the end of the day, you just need the one guy. Now, granted, the quarterback plays a role, but you need the 5 guys up. You need the
if you're in the series, right. You can't play them every game.
Right. Yeah. Just go with me on this one, Trish.
Like, yeah. Football.
Point. All right. Well, like football. I became a dumbass coming in last. All right,
I was anyway. Soccer?
Yeah. And football, for sure.
Nope.
Basketball?
Nope. All I need is Messi. That's it.
What about stickball? Huh?
That is not true because have you seen Inter Miami's preseason?
Can you just let me make a point? Okay.
Oh, I think you made it. Okay, sorry.
That's why I like football. It's because you don't need the quarterback is it's not the main guy. You just don't need one guy. You need everyone to play a part. Even in special teams. Why are you going to play music for me right now? But even in special teams, Kansas City showed up. Blocking a punt, all that stuff. You had multiple things that went on. Whereas, soccer is probably the best thing that I could think of to be an all-team sport where you need everyone to go as a cohesive unit. But football is just, there's something beautiful about it. I know I'm saying that, talking about soccer, but still, there's just something that...
Joga bonito?
Sure. But there's just something that football just brings that is just that camaraderie that there's every individual needs to rely on another individual in order to make this achievement happen. And it is very hard to do. And it's not one person that can separate you. Yes, one person can bring you to a certain point, but you need the rest of the team to be there for you, which is something that basketball can't do. Honestly, baseball can't do, because if it was one person, then Shohei Ohtani, the Angels be in it for every year, but it just can't do it. So football, it takes a collective. And yes, to go with Soul Save, soccer is probably the next one you could do, because it takes a collective to do what you need to do to achieve your goal. But I'll take football over soccer, even though it is technically football on that. But, that's just me.
I like it. That's good. Yeah, so great job on the assist with the music.
I had to laugh the whole time while you were gone. Okay? You know how much words I had to come up with my mind to say the same thing 17 times?
He didn't go anywhere. He didn't go anywhere. What are you talking about, Josh?
Yeah, seriously. God, Lord. Man,
I said what I said, and I mean,
try to give you the limelight.
Thank you. I love football. That's all.
Although low key, the Shohei Ohtani point goes: if baseball was a one-man show, then they would win with Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, and Mike Trout.
No, but the fact that you can't just have Shohei Ohtani and win,
right,
means that then you do need the collective in baseball.
No. Because you can't just win with Patrick Mahomes. You have to have the collective.
True. And you can't just win with Shohei Ohtani. You need the collective as well.
So here's the thing. Another big shout out.
I'm right and I'm wrong at the same time. I don't care.
Yeah. Another big shout out to Juwan Taylor. The most penalized player the entire season, and got a penalty in every playoff game. The Super Bowl, no fucking penalty, baby. Congratulations. Took you 20 fucking games, but you got there, baby. Yeah, I'm knocking my microphone over, but you got there.
Are you proud of him?
Huh?
Are you proud of him?
Yes, because here's the thing. He's actually really good. And whenever he was with the Jaguars, he did the same thing. same work, same movement, didn't get penalized. As soon as he gets to the Chiefs, which is under a microscope, even though people want to say that all the penalties go in their favor, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what I'm talking about. Pull your thumb out your ass. He got penalized
you
on
just
every
Hank
fucking
Hill
thing.
right there.
I didn't like
I
your
mean, maybe a
southern
little
act.
bit.
I didn't like your southern
Yeah.
charm in that one.
Yeah. No, I mean, damn it, Bobby. Your boy's been whacking off of my tool shed. But, Dad, ain't no buts about it. Get out of Lady Bird's house. Yeah. Yeah, we can do the voices. But anyways, congratulations, dude. I mean, are we going to bring you back? I have no idea. That is up to Brett Veach.
It's like
You
David
were a
Tyree.
huge-ass fucking headache the whole year because of the penalties. But we'll see. We'll see. But I definitely want to give a shout-out to him. And then the defense, that sweet defense, McDuffie, baby, with the arm pull. Because if you watched it, they kind of lock arms a little bit and then he swipes. So maybe got away with a little bit there. But at the same time, though, that's the game, ladies and gentlemen, is you are trying to do as much as you can to get the win without getting caught. That's a quarterback. Because the cornerback is probably the toughest position in the entire field because everything is stacked against you. The penalties and the play calls and everything is in favor of the wide receiver. You are literally backpedaling while somebody else is running. And it's just such a tough position. And shout out to all the cornerbacks out there. I played it in high school. I wanted to be a safety because I was lazy. I just wanted to watch and run to whatever it was instead of had to run back with them and turn around. But it's one of the hardest positions. And so whenever you see that, whenever you see a little bit of the arm pulling, a little bit of the push and shove, that's a part of the game, guys. If they call it every time, then you're going to get annoyed with how much yellow gets thrown and how many, plays do not get seen the light of day. Right.
I mean, watch hockey.
Oh my God. Right. Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing. Like there's a little bit of it. Like there's a line, and then depending upon the referees, that's when they call it or not. And the refs did a great job calling this match. One penalty in the entire second half. They let these motherfuckers play.
Yeah.
So if you're pissed at that, then watch the whole game again and count it up because
they let a lot of stuff go on both sides. It was
exactly.
It is
1 for 1 the whole fucking time. And But
when I was playing basketball before my knee stuff, my older brother was just like, when the ref's not watching, bows up, because I was taller than all the other girls. So I definitely was trying to get away with some shit because I wanted to win.
Yeah.
Well, and also, this is the first
using
game,
your advantage to you.
Tchska, this is the first game that I've realized that like there was two crews. There was the crew on the field and the crew on the sidelines. As far as referees,
there were two separate crews. No, they were the same crew.
There was the black guy that had the white hat on that was talking like Shanahan and like also Andy Reid. He was a head official on a lot of things. So there was like two crews basically, because anytime there was like a kind of a scuffle, there was multiple referee hats, and they're all black hats, but there were multiple referees in there. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and they kind of had something like that throughout the playoffs. So they have an officiator actually following the coaches. So typically you kind of have, I think it's 7. So you have your kind of head official, you got your sideline judge, you got your front and back. But they kind of have it so where it's like a little more communication. I did not notice that. I'm really actually interested in kind of investigating that because
the black dude with the white hat that was talking like Shanahan, I was like, he was a head official for so many games. Like he's the head official for most games. So that means like, okay, there's and then every time there was a scuffle, there was multiple referees. There was like a breakup, like the breakup referees. Yeah. There was multiple referees out there.
Sideline judges or backfield.
No, there were multiple referees out there to make sure there wasn't a scuffle, but also there was other people on the sidelines to make sure that, I don't know if they're like, hey, that's a wrong call, but at least to talk to be the focal point to the coaches, which they can't afford during the regular season. But when it's just one game, you can totally have, if you can, it's a $10
All the
billion
rest.
company.
Yeah. So they just statistically, according to this article, they had 8 people, right, as far as the crew.
Right.
Bill Vinovich was the head,
Right.
but the umpire was Terry Killens. So maybe that's who that was Terry Killens.
Yeah.
Because he's there in center, but he didn't have a white hat, at least in this photo.
It's a black dude.
But yeah. But yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot. There's like 3 black guys on this freaking squad, dude. But
I'm just saying, I reckon because he wore a white hat on the sideline.
Do you have your refs separated by black and white, Josh?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't based
They're
off
all
of
wearing black
and
and white.
It's black and white hats, because white hat means that you are the head official.
Yeah.
And this guy the black dude
Okay.
that was on the sidelines is a head official because he wore a white hat, number 1. And number 2, I've recognized him because he's the head official for a lot of NFL games.
That's how much Josh watches and cares about the sport.
Yeah.
So
And I came in last.
Last place.
Which goes to show you, folks, anybody can win. But yeah,
Wait till March Madness. It's going to be fun coming in last again.
Yeah, but let us know in the chat though. I mean, what are you thinking of as far as the whole match, but then also officiating sports in general? Because I mean, in this public debate, which is such a mess as far as the online world. By the way, stay out of the comments, folks, because that's a nightmare. That is like jumping.
Except for ours.
Yeah,
Comment all you want in ours.
Yeah,
Comment
and
all
our
you want in
comments
ours.
is great. We got the best.
Our comments is great. We have the best commenters of all time.
The internet, both beautiful and terrible.
Yeah, it really is. But yeah, let us know officiating wise if there's something you saw. I know for me, like, I'm a proponent of refs and officials, even though it's easy to hate them because they're not your team. Like, you have your opposition and then you have the refs. They're still your opposition. So it's like, I get it. But dude, it's such a hard fucking job. And what they get right is absolutely nothing short of a miracle. Because of how fast they have to process and visualize and they call it. I was pretty pissed that the Travis Kelce pass was not a first down, because it clearly was. And I really wish they challenged, because
they got a lot of yardage wrong.
They did.
This game.
The yardage they did. And I felt like they could have, if it was a regular season game and not the Super Bowl, I think they would have taken the time and, we're going to take official timeout. But with the game being so long as it already is, I feel like that's where they wanted to let things kind of go and just kind of keep moving. But yeah. And
I mean, as a Dallas fan Tvshkas, you'll know this. As a Dallas fan, that Juszczyk catch hurt me.
The one where he leapt, or
the one where he like extended for the first down?
Oh yeah.
And I was like, and then Dez even tweeted it out. He said, like, that's not a catch. And I'm like, that's right, Dez. You stand by your you stand by Marpain.
That was, I mean, Juszczyk's so good, man.
But no, that was a catch.
Yeah.
Same way.
No, it was
two
football moves, and
it was a football move.
Yeah, he established possession. Just because the ball hit the ground. But he still got the first down before he reached out.
He extended doing a football move.
Yep.
He had 2 feet in the ground, extended for a football move. Therefore, it was a catch.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that guy's absolutely incredible. Shout out to his wife as well.
Yeah.
Who has been really
great. She's going to make so much money.
Dude, yeah. She's been making outfits and everything for, I think, Mahomes' wife, as well as Taylor Swift. Yeah.
So you know about this?
Yeah.
I do not.
Yeah, Kyle Juszczyk, who is the fullback for the San Francisco 49ers, she started doing. She took like jerseys and stuff and like made jackets for, and then she made some for Brittany Mahomes, and then she made a Travis Kelce jacket for Taylor. Now it's just been promoted, and she's like made a multi-million-dollar business based off of it. But I know it's all but she has the talent, because what she's making
support female businesses,
right? And what she's making is awesome. I know people give her. Of course, when you're popular, people are going to give you shit. But it's not like she didn't like.
Tvshkas doesn't know what that feels like.
Yeah. I'm not popular.
Right. But no, like it's her talent. She did all the work. It's not like she just like paid somebody and then promoted herself. Like, no, she made these things. So like, And for people that out there be like, oh, people don't like art. She's making the art. I'm sorry that she has a way to promote it more than someone else. It sucks. I understand, but she's making the art. Support her.
Yeah, and the fact that they're oppositions because
Right.
their teams are against each other. I mean, they're still like working together, man. And and I think in the wrestling show. By the way, shout out to you and Justin. With the Reckless Wrestling. But with wrestlers, they talk behind the scenes, right? Because that is choreographed. They're all at odds in the ring, but they still talk. It's the same with the NFL. Not that it's scripted, but they talk. Like Travis Kelce and George Kittle are like really good fucking friends. They hang out all the fucking time. So
think about all the time too, like when the whistle's blown, like and the game starts, you guys are enemies, and then when the whistle blows again, you're best friends again. The perfect example is I know I'm going back to a soccer thing.
I was gonna say, don't say Messi.
Oh
no, I'm not going.
No, but I know where you're going with it. I know.
So you have your national team, and then you have your club team, and sometimes your best friend, who you play for on the national team, is you're playing against them with your club team, or sometimes your best friend on your club team, they play for freaking Mexico, and Mexico's your rival.
I was gonna say that's probably more common.
So while the 90 minutes, I fucking hate you and I'm gonna take you down, and outside of those 90 minutes goes, here's a big bear hug, I love you so much, let's go get some dinner. Like, so it's one of those things where that's the case in any sports. Look at any professional athlete after the game ends and them talking to, shaking hands, hugging players on the opposite team,
exchanging jerseys
all the time.
There's
every
like,
sport.
Like you were saying, it's other than what Jeremy Miller said, because I'm with that. Screw him.
Sorry, Jeremy.
But no, there's a reason it's called inside the lines and outside the lines, because inside the line for the next 2 hours, we're gonna go to battle.
That's gross.
Outside of it, we're good game, whatever. But you respect each other to a certain extent, because some people just don't like each other. That's just personalities.
Yeah.
But most of the times, inside the lines, most of the time inside the lines, you were enemies. You were going to battle because this is the thing that you love, this thing that you're passionate about as far as winning the sport. Outside of it, you respect the passion and stuff that the other opposition does. And you've probably been like college teammates and all these other things.
Yeah.
So it's the inside and the outside lines.
McDonald's high school, all Americans.
Right.
Yeah.
There's so many connections between sports athletes that we don't even know about.
About the Women's World Cup, Lindsey Horan and Van de Donk both play for Olympic Lioness in France. One, Lindsey Horan's for the U.S., Van de Donk is for the Netherlands. And they freaking almost fought on the field. And like after the game, they're like hugging and smiling because they play for the same team and they're friends. But like during that match at the World Cup, they hated each other. And they were in each other's face, like about to throw hands.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's about compartmentalizing.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, because I know kind of bringing sports into the broader spectrum, but there's people you're not going to get along with at work, but you compartmentalize it. You get together, you knock it out work-wise.
Exactly.
Do what you need to do.
Miller.
And then, maybe you go out for a beer. Maybe you don't. But, 9 times out of 10, like you're going to probably have something in common with the other person if you're really actually having true conversations and really looking for it. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but us as humans have more in common with each other than we do that's different.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with the fox.
Focusing on the difference.
Actually, I have more in common with the fox than I do with you two. So,
Yeah. What does the fox say?
He laughs a lot. Yeah.
But perfect point by Jeremy Miller here. They were trying to the media was trying to be like, oh, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese hate each other. And they did not at all. And even Caitlin Clark was just like, yeah, I'm not mad at her at all. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Also, Shout out to Caitlin Clark. She's making so much money now with ads because like players in college can make money that she's actually going to lose money when she joins the WNBA.
Who's Caitlin Clark? She's like the greatest NCAA female basketball player of all time. Probably going to break like every scoring record ever in her 4 years, even though Cheryl Swoops tried to give her shit. Okay, just making sure. I don't know who she is.
I'm trying to bring her down. Yeah. Well, so do you have anything else for us tonight?
I'm happy that my friend here, Tvshkas, his team won.
Yeah.
Apologies to our friend Brennan and Sean Wingblade.
Yeah.
I know Wingblade's a big 49er fan, but hey, they made it to the Super Bowl, and that's an accomplishment in itself.
Trust me, it is.
Right. I know Bills fan, they're probably going to be like, shut the fuck up. But it is an accomplishment in itself. And I just love doing the show with you two, even if I don't know shit.
Yeah, and likewise. I mean, whenever we do the oh my God. I know there's gridiron, rugby.
Association.
Fuck, man. I was about to say organization. Yeah. But yeah, association football. Yeah, I know with those we don't have any idea. So yeah, that's where we're like, man, that was really easy. Those were easier shows.
Right. I love doing the MLS because I could just bullshit the whole time about Cincinnati. Now I have to actually have my brain on.
Josh was just like, can we have all those links and stuff? I'm like, you have to do it because I'm not doing it for football.
yeah, exactly.
It was fun. Shout out to Staff. He kept me keep doing this. He gave us a lot of material. Shout out to Staff, the Ravens fan and the community.
Hey, and one thing that we can all be happy about is the Hollywood Elites did not win in either the MLS or NFL.
Suck it, LA. Decentralized Hollywood. Let's go.
Even if you say that Taylor Swift winning, because they're going to associate it with Taylor Swift winning is like, the Illuminati or something.
Yeah, she's from Nashville.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, like, she's from Nashville. She's dating a guy from Cincinnati who ended up being in Kansas City. So, like, just go sit
Actually,
in the corner.
her dad's from Philly. Her dad was a Philly fan. So her and Andy Reid have known each other longer than Travis Kelce.
But also, shout out to Kelsey, Jason's wife, who will not wear Kansas City garb. She will always be there to support her brother-in-law, but she will not wear Kansas City garb. That is a thing I just learned yesterday.
Yeah,
I don't know why I know that, but yeah.
The one conspiracy theory that cracks me up, even though it's completely false, is because Taylor Swift is a Philadelphia Eagles fan, is that like she's dating Travis Kelce to get as revenge for the Philadelphia Eagles, and that she was going to break up with him right before the Super Bowl.
That's for 2023, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, so that was the meme with obviously we said it tonight, but still with Travis like yelling at Andy. He was like, I'm trying to propose to this woman.
Yeah, you're making me look like a fool for my girlfriend.
Okay, can we talk about how that was in the betting odds in Vegas, is whether he was going to propose or not?
Oh yeah, I mean why wouldn't it be? Like that's definitely part of it. If there's betting on
Vegas
the Gatorade,
will take any of your money.
They'll take all the prop bets. Yeah. There was a prop bet of if there was going to be a touchback during a punt.
Right. I want to know what the over/under was for nacho versus hot dog sales.
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
And anyone who took the under for the for the national anthem goes won, because that was very quick.
That was
Actually, I do have one more thing.
Minute 32, I believe.
It was on Facebook that I saw it. Got to give this dude a shout out. Bob Burke. He's a constitutional lawyer. He's actually a really good follow. Jeremy, you're an Okie. Follow this dude. But Bob Burke, constitutional lawyer. He had put out a moment in Oklahoma history, right, for the Super Bowl. It would have been hard to put on the Super Bowl without contributions from many people with Oklahoma connections, from the owner of the champion Kansas City Chiefs to the iconic Reba McEntire, who sang the national anthem. Clark Hunt, the CEO and co-owner of the Chiefs, has a connection to Idabel, Oklahoma. Shout out, just a little south of Broken Bow. So you'll get to visit here soon. His grandfather, H.L. Hunt, the inspiration of the J.R. Ewing character in Dallas, right? So the show Dallas about, oil tycoon J.R. Ewing is based upon Clark Hunt's grandfather, right? But Ewing, H.L. Hunt was married to Ruth Ray of Idabel, and her brother James Ray was a longtime county clerk of McCurtain County, which myself, I am actually on a community board with McCurtain County. So, so shout out to James Ray on that. Superstar Reuben McIntyre, born in McAllister, raised on a ranch at Chalky. Really raised in a ranch by Daisy, by the way. But anyways, so that's in the Choctaw Nation area. We know Reuben McIntyre. Reporting from the sideline from the NFL Network was Stacey Dales, former star women's basketball player at OU. So shout out Stacey. But then it goes on to kind of talk about James Winchester, who is Choctaw Nation, my dude. I tried to get a jersey, so I won a raffle. I got to pick any jersey I wanted from NFL Shop. I tried to get Winchester's jersey, but it's just not enough demand. All they had was small or 3X. So then I tried to get Nick Bolton jersey, and same thing. So I was like, I know they're going to have Travis Kelce jerseys in stock. So with that. But then I was talking Winchester, but also Blake. Talks about George Kittle, right? So star from San Francisco is tight end George Kittle, who graduated from Norman High School while his dad was an assistant at OU, dude. So Kittle, Oklahoma ties, Clark Hunt, Oklahoma ties, and then plethora of other people as far as Oklahoma players. So I just wanted to give a big shout out to those individuals as far as Okies, but also Bob Burke, man, he's a great follow. He really does an incredible job of just really kind of researching. I mean, the way he kind of composes things is very kind of concise, but his research is impeccable as far as how deep he kind of goes with some of the referential stuff for Oklahoma. And it's very timely. So anyways, yeah. And it's not just, to white people in football in Oklahoma. Because also, he kind of goes into Kansas as well as, some of the African-American orphan children. So he does a lot of stuff, all across the board. But anyways, good follow. I had to give a quick shout out and just a quick suggestion for Jeremy Miller, who's the Okie in our chats. So appreciate you, brother.
My last thing, though, to say is the fun fact of that the father of both Super Bowl QBs were professional pitchers in the MLB. Sean Purdy, 8 MLB seasons. Pat Mahomes, 11 MLB seasons. So think about that you have 2 Major League Baseball players now having sons who are in the Super Bowl.
They're good at throwing something? Wow.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Exactly.
And hey, Brock, get your bag, dude, because you played good in this game.
Yeah, no, he did. I never felt like no. I'm not saying he didn't. I just never felt like Brock had control of the game. You know what I mean?
But your defense was better. But he made the plays they needed to do to put his team in position to win. For as much as he could.
He didn't make the mistakes to put him out of it.
Right.
But he didn't make the plays like he did in the NFC Championship to put him into it.
He's not Patrick Mahomes. No one is.
Dude, I'm telling you, brother, watch that NFC Championship game again. That motherfucker used his legs and made plays.
Oh, yeah. That was
He did
weird.
not do that this time. That's where I felt like he never had control of the game because it was McCaffrey and it was Jennings. Those two. And here's the thing.
Was it first time jitters?
You feed the hot.
No.
I don't think so. I think it was just the scheme.
I think Spags. It had to do with Spags and that defense.
Yes, but also
the Chiefs had a better defense than the Lions did.
Right, but it's also the OC. It's what the OC's dialing up. But again, or not again, but just kind of what I want to say is that I don't even know now.
Okay.
I'm done. I'm about to finish my 4th beer.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, we're wrapping up. We got nothing else, guys. We're done.
No,
we did it.
That's it. We did it.
We did it. Did it on 2 hours, baby.
Tshka beat Jason. Suck it, Jason.
Suck it! Suck it, you son of a bitch!
No Jets is gonna return it this time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Fucking special teams though. Shout out special teams.
Yeah.
You guys did it today.
Yeah.
Or last night. But yeah, oh my god. Seriously, guys, thank you so much. This has been such a fun escape each and every Monday night doing bracket bitches with you guys. Soul, love you. Thank you so much. Bring in a little bit of the space in some of the content. I know you don't dive deep as much as we do as far as fanatics, but we know that your time is definitely coming up here pretty soon. Because as you already mentioned, we got July. So we may have a little bit of a field trip to make. Who knows? We'll see about that. Josh, thank you, brother. Sorry about your Cowboys. Sorry about Lamar Jackson.
Same shit every year, except for Lamar. I will hold off on Lamar.
No apologies for the Dolphins.
I'm so sorry, Soul. And Gil, who's maybe watching posthumously.
One day you're gonna win one day you're gonna win a playoff game that we can remember, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
That I'm alive for.
Exactly.
Yeah. But on behalf of all of the Chiefs fandom, we are sorry.
No, you're not.
We are sorry that we're better than you. We are sorry that you can't fucking get it done. And we are sorry that the GOAT is the GOAT and you will take it down the throat. I'm Tshka. This is Josh. That's Soul. This is Bracket Bitches. This is Rev Sports. We'll see you at the next one. Peace. Suck it, all you other motherfucking losers in the NFL. Be the best villain mode. Down your throat. Yeah, get on